Dear students, in this video I want to introduce you the pick and place. To do that, we would need to create a 3D model, and then we will create a set of targets, and then I would need to create some sort of digital output, and I will show one by one. So once you are doing everything in this lab, you should be able to do a operation like this. And once you're finishing this operation, I can click on this button and it will go back to the original position. So let's see how can I do that. To do this, first of all, maybe I'm minimizing this one, or maybe I'm bringing a new Robot Studio file. I'm just saying lab 6 version 2. Here I'm going to use IRB 120. Let's use this one. It will take some time to turn on. While it is getting turned on, I can quickly go and show you the questions I created, or I can say the handout I created. First of all, you will take this robot, and my tool will be there. Then what is the dimension of the model is given here, and then what is the corner of those model. At the end, how you are going to create the target for home, pick and place. We will discuss about those. And then once you're creating, how can you make the tool, and I also discussed about the sequence of the tool. And then we will create some we will go to smart components, and we will create some smart components. I'll show all of them one by one. So here we are going to use this robot, and as I mentioned, I want to use my tool. Quickly I can throw it there, and yes. And then from the model I'm going to create let's see the yeah, I have another monitor open, so I can see the questions from there. So first corner is 400, negative 420, 425, 0, and length is 150. If you're not if you're not inserting any number for width and height, it will consider it is 150, 150 by 150. And I want to create another model which is the corner is 400, 275, and again the length, width and height is 150. I'm creating it just to show it in a different color. I want to modify, maybe I don't know, some color, maybe some color. Yes. Now if we want to rename them, we can rename. For now I'm not renaming it, but it's totally up to you. So once you're creating that piece, I would need to create the home position. So maybe I can create, let's say I want to create a home position. So for that I'm going to go to the target, and I think let's do a quick way. Let's do teach target. That's how you created a target to the current position, right, of the tool, which is really this point. But as in the question said, I can quickly go to modify target, and I would need to make the word as a reference, and the number they're saying is uh, 584.79, and another one is y is 0, but the g is 358.93. So that's how, once you are applying, you created the target. Now if you want to see your robot there, I'm pretty sure by now you know how to go there, right? So you got it. Then I can rename it as home. Now let's create two target, one on top of this one and another on top of that one. So to do that, I would need to make sure the part selection is selected at the same time the snap center. I figured it is one of the easiest way is just to use the free hand, and then kind of dragging this one, right? dragging this one here. I know at the beginning it can take some time, but you can quickly, you'll see it will snap there. Let's see, should not take that long. Yes. Okay, I got it snapped. Then I can create very simple teach target. Yes. And I'm going to do it like this way, and it is snapped by itself. When you are going closer to the center, I'm creating another target. So that's how I got home, target 10 and target 20. And as I mentioned in the question, you would need to make it as peak and that one as place. Once you're creating that place, I need two more target, like two more approaching target. One is on top of peak, another is on top of place. So I can quickly do copy and I can do just Control V. Then let's name it as U, U peak, and I can do Control C V, and I can create U plus. So now I said we would need to offset Z50. So let's go U pick to right click, go modification, and you can do offset position with, and you can just make it negative 50. That's how you will see it is somewhere here. You can apply, and you got it right. So if you click then you place again similar way, modify offset local negative 50. You need to see, yes, you got it, just apply. So that's how you got total five mm, you got total five targets. Now let's make the toolpath from there. I can select all the targets and create add to new path. You see it is really random, but I'm pretty sure by now you know how to fix it, right? So from home you are going to go to U pick, like the approaching point, and then pick, and you are going to go again to U pick, and then you are going to go back to home position, right? And then from like there, then U place, I think I did a mistake, this one, yes. Then home, then you would need to have a U place, uh, place like this way. So you should see something like this, right? Uh, so once you are getting the preview of this tool path, then maybe I'll go to home position. I will try to make a quick move along the path. Okay, so if it is not working, then I'm pretty sure by now you know what is the easy fix. You can go to auto configuration and move all instruction. Then you will see it is really getting updated by itself. Now if you go move along the path, then it should work. Okay, good. Let's try it one more time. I forgot to give the home position at the end, so I gave it. Now one more time, move along the path, then should go there, and it is going back to home position. So my toolpath is good. As I mentioned in the class as well, before you do any kind of simulation or synchronize to rapid, you can use the move along the path option to see whatever the toolpath you are creating is basically going to work. Now, from the layout, for now, I can really make it invisible. And you're understanding why I created part 2, because I needed to get that point, right? So now let's create some sort of signals so that we can let the my tool know, like, okay, you need to peak and you need to place. To do that, we would need to go to the simulation first and station logic. And here, as I mentioned in the class, if you go to station logic and if you don't do anything, you should just see the controller here. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to make an input here, and maybe I can give the name object 1. And this what this signal will do, it will basically remember the position of the object 1. So I'm creating this signal, and at the same time I want to go to design to compose and add an object. So first of all, I'm going to add an object called positioner, and you see what what is the object you want to position. So maybe part 1, and then you need to see the position you want to remember every time. If you're not really sure what is the position of part 1, the quick way is you need to go to layout, to the right click, and from there you can go to position and self position. Then you can see with respect to word, the position is 0 0 0. So now if you go back to a positioner, do the right click and go to properties again, then you will see this is 0 0 0. So you don't need to change anything, but believe me, for some other parts, that position may get changed. So you would need to again go back to that specific part and change it accordingly. So part 1, and I can apply and I can close it. So if you go back to design again, then you will see the positioner is here. Now I can simply go there and it will show a pen, and then you can just drag and connect it to the execute. Then it will see you will see a connection like this. Now what is the advantage of this connection? Let's say I'm going back to my home position, and for some reason the location of my object got changed, and I want to really bring it back to that original position. So you need to be under the simulation tab. Honestly, believe me, we are going to use this operation at different times, so it is always nice to remember. So from the simulation, you need to go IO simulator, and from there you would need to go to station signals. Then you see you created a signal input, and if you just, it is 0 means it is not connected. So if you just click there, it should come back. So now wherever you are taking your object, right, if you just click on object 1, it should come back, because you have connected that thing to the positioner, and you are asking the positioner to remember this position of this object. Now, once you're creating that piece, I would need to create two more. I would need to create two more smart component. One of them is called, let's say, attacher, another is detacher. So from the add component, if you are using, it will show some recently used smart components. You are seeing I just used it couple of minutes ago, that's why these are here. But for your case, let's see, if you're using it for the first time, then you would need to go and you would need to find it out, where is your required station, like where is your required smart component. So under the action you should get attacher and detacher. So if you go to attacher, and if even if you don't do anything, then it will show like all the properties of that attacher, and likewise the detacher. So first of all, I'm taking one attacher, and again I'm going to component, and from the action I'm taking detacher. So whatever the component you are bringing in, you should see under the smart components. At the same time, if you go in the layout, then you should also see whatever the components you are bringing in the system. And another thing is, if you go to the design tab, then you will see, okay, you brought some attacher and some detacher, right? Okay. So before doing anything, I would need to create two more digital outputs, so that I can talk to the attacher and detacher through that digital output. So how can I create anytime any kind of digital output? This is another very important tasks, and again we are going to use that task frequently. So I would need to go to controller. Under configuration, I would need to go IO system, do double click, and under signals you will see thousands of signals are here. But let's say I want to create two more new signal, so I would need to go to right click and new signal, and then you will see one window will appear, and maybe I'm saying add object one. Like I want to really go to that object, and type of signal is DO or digital output. Yeah, I know sometimes people are using all, but I'm good with default. So you will see change. All of them are kind of faded, but this one is really clear. And I would need to create another signal for the detacher. So I can say destination object one, and again type of signal is output, and I'm not going to change the default one. So you can, the thing is that you created two new signal, the controller is still not aware of, so you need to restart to make sure controller really knows you created two digital output. So once you will see it will be red, from red to yellow to green again, means it is good. Now I can go back to the station logic, and if you click the drop down, then you will see with the existing output signals, you will also see the two signals you created. One of them is add object and another is destination object. So the whole idea is attacher will go to add object, and it will ask the my tool to attach the object, kind of like picking, right? And then the destination object will be used by detacher to release the object. So I can quickly go to attacher, add object, and I can connect with this one, and the detacher to the destination object onto detacher. Yeah, let's do this way. Okay, good. Now you see the attacher and detacher is still the properties is blank. So I would need to give the proper properties, right? So I can do double click, then the properties will turn on. Then the parent is my tool, which is going to pick the object, and the child is the object like part one. And then you can click apply. At the same time, for the data set, you are just going to release the part one. So the child is part one, and then you are going to apply. So you see, when I was doing this one, for some reason the attacher got changed again. So it's a heads up for all of you. Sometimes you will see, oh my gosh, I did everything in attacher, but still it is not working. Then it is really better you go and see if your attacher really got changed or not. So I can again quickly go back, and I can say my tool, and from there I think part one is selected, so that's good. So once you're doing that piece, then you are honestly 95% done. Now I would need to go to the home position, like under the home tab. I would need to go to paths and targets. And from there, you see I didn't really create any sort of simulation. So let's make entry point and synchronize to rapid, right? Even before doing anything, I can quickly see if my simulation is good. So yeah, at least the toolpath simulation is good. Now I would need to use those digital output here, so that my tool is well informed, and it can work accordingly to pick and place the object. So to do that, first of all, I would need to right click on the toolpath. Then I would need to go insert action instruction. Then from there, you would need to go to digital, like pulse digital output, and you will see whatever the digital output you created is here. You can create. So you should come here, and your understanding, you would need to have one more pulse digital output, which is the destination object you created. But at the same time, since we're in this window, honestly, I will go and I know I'm going to use wait time. So I'm going to go and click wait time. So here I can just simply go and just write one and create. So that's how you created them. Now you would need to put them accordingly so that tool, controller, and everything is well informed, and they can use this pulse digital output accordingly. So what I'm going to do, right, I'm going to go to the peak position, and then I'm going to maybe wait for 1 second, and then I'm going to pick it. Likewise, maybe I can do Control CV. I don't need to go back to that instruction again. I can just copy and paste here. And it looks like I would need to go here, meaning first of all, from the approaching point of view place, I'm going to go to the place. I'm waiting 1 second, and I'm asking my tool to release it. So once you are kind of confident, like yes, your arrangement is right, then you can again go synchronize. Is always nice to make sure you are updating all information. Now if you simulate, let's see if it is really going to okay. So I'm just going to click on play, and it looks like it is going there, picking and placing, right? So that's how it worked. And as I mentioned, since I'm using positioner, if you click, you will see it is going back. And now let's say if you want to see if even it is maintaining the orientation, you can make this one visible. Then you can play one more time, and you will see it is really maintaining the orientation, because one is really getting imposed on another one. That's it. Now, if you want to see the rapid code, as you know, you need to go to rapid. From there, module 1, and that's the path we created. So you will see under the path 10, you used everything, right? Pulse to output. Now you're understanding, if you really want to bring object 1 back to the original position, like if you want to make a full circle, I'm pretty sure you know how to do it. I hope this video helps you. Bye bye.